Hello everybody, it's Mike the Bowtie Writer here. Happy Tuesday. So at the time of this filming, it's coming up on about the halfway point of November, so it occurred to me that we're getting to a point where the people who are doing NaNoWriMo have really split into a couple different groups. First, you've got the group of people who are working really hard, they're getting the words out every day, and they are rocking and rolling. Great, go you. That's not easy to do, you're killing it, keep doing what you're doing. But then there's also the second group of people. The people who have had a little bit of trouble at this point, who maybe had a little bit of a stumble coming out of the gate, or who just aren't where they want to be. I wanted to spend some time talking to that second group of people. If you look out at the internet, it is full of these happy, perky people who are just cheerleading you on, saying, you got this, you got this, you got this. And if you're part of the population who just don't got it, and it's not working for you, all that pep talk in the world can just be extra salt in the wound. According to Nano's website, 430,000 people participated in NaNoWriMo last year, and of those people, about 40,000 people actually met the goal. That means, as a corollary, that about 90% didn't. If you're having trouble, if you're not meeting the goals, if life's just gotten busy, that's okay. You're not alone. I'll be straight. I had lots of charts and plans and schedules and intentions, and the best intentions in the world didn't work, and I kind of face-planted. Nano has not gone the way I've wanted it to, and it sucks, and it's frustrating. But the thing is that I wanted to unpack why that's so frustrating. I know a lot of people are going through similar situations, and I wanted to talk about that, because people don't talk about this kind of failure often enough. Why this is so frustrating is what I like to call the cycle of shame. What happens is when you fall behind on your schedule of where you want to be, and you really want to get there, right? You really want to pick it up, doesn't it seem like you say, all right, I'm going to work extra hard to try and close this gap. I'm going to work extra hard. And then when you try to double down and work extra hard, it just seems like you fall further and further behind the harder you work. It's really frustrating to try and say, all right, I'm going to work extra hard. I'm going to have to work extra hard to try and catch up where I need to be. And then to just fail again. What's typically happening here is that there's something going on in our habits or in our routine. There was something that did not work. Maybe we're writing in the wrong place. Maybe we tried to make ourselves write early in the morning and we're not a morning person. Maybe we said we'd write over lunch and it would be great and it didn't work. Turns out lunch is a terrible time to write for us. Or maybe we just simply didn't have enough pre-writing to know what it is we needed to be writing when November rolled around. It is okay to be frustrated by this. It doesn't mean you don't want this. It doesn't mean that you don't want to be a writer. It doesn't mean that your story doesn't matter. Your stories do matter. Your voice matters. Something didn't work. That's okay. So practically, what do? Say you're in this boat and Nano's not going well for you. It's almost halfway done and you're way behind where you need to be. What do? Well, there's a couple of things that I would suggest. One very simple thing to do is to downsize your goals. Make a much smaller goal. If you start looking at that big picture goal of all that stuff you need to do, it can be overwhelming and it can be discouraging and it can make you feel like you just want to hang up and forget about it and try again next year. I challenge you, if you're really having trouble writing, if you're having trouble starting, write 3 sentences. You can write more, of course. Feel free to write more. But sit there as long as it takes to write 3 sentences. Doesn't matter about what, just 3 sentences on your novel. That kind of tiny win might not seem like much, but it's 3 more sentences than you had. My point is that if something's not working for you, if it's really not working, try to find some small goal that does work for you. If it is only writing 3 sentences a day, that's more than you had. Try to write 3 sentences in one day, and the next day, try to write 4. Find those small wins that you can achieve, and just worry about those. If you have to ignore the big word count goal of NaNoWriMo, if 50,000 words is not feasible for you, that's okay. So I just wanted to take that time today to acknowledge the frustration that's there. Part of that frustration is that we're trying to just double down without fixing the underlying problems that are getting in the way of our writing. So if you are frustrated, don't give up. Don't give up. Your story still matters. Try, instead of worrying about those bigger goals for the day or for the month, start small. Start as small as you can, even if it's just as simple as 3 sentences. Work on those small wins, and bigger ones will come. All right, everybody. It's Mike, the Bowtie Writer. If you liked what you saw here, feel free to like, share, or subscribe. That really does help me out. Until next time, keep chasing every word, and I will see you all next time.